Welcome back to Everything You Missed. Today's episode is Pixar's Elemental. I'm gonna whet your appetite with one of our favorite Easter eggs. Whet your appetite so much that you're gonna need a boat. A Pizza Planet boat. It's not the traditional Pizza Planet truck that we're used to seeing, it's actually a boat. When Cinder is sneak following Ember to Wade's house, if you focus on the water canal in the background, you're gonna see a water boat version of the Pizza Planet truck. See the little rocket ship at the top? Now there's several sightings of the Pizza Planet truck in this movie, not just the water truck, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. Right now you need to look at the building where Wade's family lives. The apartment number is 212, and if you're better at science than I am, then you already know that 212 degrees is the temperature at which water boils. Also, that's a hint in Mickey. I said it. Before Wade and Ember were having dinner together, there was a little bit of a chase leading up to it, their little romance. During that chase, if you watch the building they squeezed in between, you will see the building is 1200. If you watch my other videos, you know Pixar likes using 1200 as an Easter egg because that's the building where Pixar movies are made, 1200 Park Avenue. This random building in the beginning of the film also has 1200 on it, or it's the same building just from a different angle. So basically this establishes that Element City's downtown area at least would be Emeryville. And where Firetown is, well that's on the other side of the bridge, and this would be San Francisco, which makes total sense being that Firetown is in San Francisco because San Francisco is a dumpster fire.
Is that appliance stolen?
I mean, the city even has a poop tracking app since there's so much human in the streets, they have to track it. But that's not the only building with an Easter egg. Did you see the surprise in Gail's office? Watch closely and you will see her office number is actually A113.
That's hot.
So hot. There's an even hotter A113 though. Element the movie is based on the periodic table of elements, hence the name of the movie. If you watch in slow motion, like I did, you will see they sprinkled the elements table all over the place, quite literally. Even the park is in the layout, more figuratively but also literally. If you're part of the older group of the audience and you watched Breaking Bad, you probably remember that it had a lot of letters like this with the little boxes around them and the little numbers in there. Like this example here, BR or BA. BR on the periodic table is 35 and BA is 56. So if you watch the trailers for Elemental, you might have noticed a sign for Element City with the letters A, H, AI. Well, A isn't an element, so it's just A. H is the number 1 on the element chart, and AI is the number 13 on the element chart, making it A113. But in the movie, if you look at the exits, you will see the elements on the signs are related to the type of people that live in that area. Like Firetown has S and C for sulfur and carbon. Both of these elements are relating to fire. For the Earth people, their exit is AUFE. Or golden iron, clearly both of these are soil minerals. The bridge is also inspired by New York City with the support arm looking like the Statue of Liberty. One of Pixar shorts is Lava, and if you forgot, that's about a volcano in lava. Inside the fireplace store, there's Lava Java, and they even have this little toy here that slightly resembles the volcano from Lava. I think it resembles it a lot. The door handle is also the type of handle you see on a fireplace, hence the name of the store is called The Fireplace. Pixar also has a program called Spark Shorts, and according to Pixar, it's designed to discover new storytellers, explore new storytelling techniques, and experiment with new production workflows. Based on the latest movies, clearly this system isn't working very well for them. But I say that because it's called Spark Shorts, and in the Metro train there's an advertisement for a parody Powerball called Sparkball. There's a good short called The Blue Umbrella, and there's a poster advertising a blue umbrella. Only this umbrella keeps you wet on sunny days instead of dry on rainy days. One of the things Pixar likes to do is to give us Easter egg to their next film and their current film. Of course, they crashed that triumphant idea, and I talked about it. If you haven't seen that, go check that out after this movie because we still got a lot to go, and that was a real disaster.
Fire.
But unlike some of their current movies, I think they succeeded in Elemental, and this movie's a sleeper. Next in Pixar's pipeline is Inside Out 2 because they ran out of original ideas.
Shut up.
Some people think that the watercolor over here on the wall is the Easter egg for Inside Out 2 because it has all the colors of the emotions in the movie. I actually think that's just an ugly painting. Sorry for all the abstract painters out there. That's an ugly painting. The real Easter egg to Inside Out 2 is this building over here in Firetown near Fireplace. If you look at the art on the roof, it has shapes with every color of emotion in Inside Out, including the new emotions we're about to discover in Inside Out 2. But if you don't like that, which I think it's 100% that, then there's also a parody Easter egg in the credits for the Inside Out show. They have Sizzlement Gum as in Triple Dent Gun.
crippled and gone.
What the? This again?
Elemental was the first movie to show a short film before the feature presentation since COVID. Remember, they used to do that. And that short was called Carl's Date. If you buy the DVD, it's there. Also, did you know that they're closing Disney Movie Club? I know. I talk about it. You can go check it out over here. Carl's Date was about Carl and Doug planning for a date that Carl's gonna go on since he's old and lonely. And if you look in the background on Wade and Ember's date, you will see Carl and Doug in element form waiting for his date to show up.
I will go too.
Another Pixar short is Partly Cloudy, and Peter Stone also directed that short just like he did this movie. Another movie he worked on was The Good Dinosaur, and here we see Elemental's version of just that. Also, the movie that's playing is Pride and Prejudice, which is obviously a play on the movie Pride and Prejudice. But speaking of The Good Dinosaur, if you look on the magazine rack, you will see Arlo is on the cover of one of the magazines. And it shows up a few times in the movie if you focus laser eyes on that part of the store. But also, even though Wade got banned from the shop just like Michael Scott did in The Office,
It's Michael!
in the end, if you look closely, you will see he actually got unbanned. But then that makes you wonder what the other 5 fire people did to get banned for life. A classic Easter egg we like to find in Pixar films is John Ratzenberger, but today's Pixar employees like to disrespect the founding fathers that paved the way for them to be where they're at today, so we're not going to be finding them today. But at least we can still get to find the Pixar ball. If you watch closely when I'm watching you watch Wade and Ember watch a movie of us watching them on movies, you will see they have a popcorn bucket, and if you look closely on that bucket, you will find the Pixar ball. Survey time! Ba-dum, boom, boom. Check this out. Check out this cloud of smoke that Ember makes. Do you think that it looks like Forky from Toy Story? Yes, I'm right. No, I'm crazy. Or you don't know, or you don't care. Go vote.
Trash?
There's other parodies in Elemental to our world, like Fire Pay instead of Apple Pay. Or like so many small family stores, they would have no public ashtrays. Or for humans, no public bathrooms.
There is no bathroom!
Ralph Eggleston is a big part of Pixar. He even got his own Easter egg in the first Toy Story that Pixar ever made. And if you follow Pixar long enough, you no doubtedly saw For the Birds. And we can thank him for that little classic. And many more, of course. But sadly, he passed away in 2022, and thankfully they paid respect to him in the credits. But also, if you look over here, you will see they have Ralph's Cafe. So then what about the other Pizza Planet truck that I hinted for? Water people have water trucks, so obviously in Firetown they're gonna have flammable stuff to eat. So the Pizza Planet truck is full of wood. And if you play Where's Waldo the whole movie, you will see the Pizza Planet truck actually showed up in a few spots. They even have the same little bumper stickers. This submarine over here is also playing tribute to the submarine ride in Disneyland. This movie took 7 years to make.
7 years later.
And that's probably why it's one of the better movies that we've seen from Pixar lately. Another studio that Pixar admires and often worked with in the past before though is Studio Ghibli in Japan. And Wade's girlfriend is named Ghibli.
Girlfriend Ghibli.
But then there's a sign here saying established in 1983, but Pixar wasn't established till 1986, so was this a mistake? No. So then what happened in 1983? Well, John Lasseter actually got fired for the first time from Disney in 1983. That's right, he's been fired before.
You fired! You fired! You fired!
The first time they fired him was because he was pushing too hard for Disney to make computer animated movies over the hand-drawn ones. And maybe there's some old school Pixar members that actually support John still. Another new movie that Pixar has up their sleeves is Alo. And when Wade is reliving his PTSD, if you look on the wall in the background, you're gonna see a poster advertising for you to join Space Club. Being how long this movie was in the works, it makes sense that they would give a shout out to both future films, just in case one of them had their release dates changed. Fire and water can actually touch in real life, and it's because of this force field that you see between them that is called light and frost. In fact, in theory, you can even put out fire with gasoline. It's the vapors from the gasoline that's flammable, not the liquid.
Yes, science!
Science is dangerous, so don't try this at home. Duh. The art coordinator in the movie is Jasmine, and you can see the inspector has a note on his desk to call her back. They did something like this also in Zootopia, having a little sticky note with an Easter egg. We are led to believe that Ember caused the water problem with her little temper. But actually, if you watch closely in the beginning, when she is doing her little grocery runs, the water's already leaking. So really, she probably helped find the hidden problem, saving Firetown before it was too late. And then am I the only one that when you saw this scene, I was thinking of Flash? And out of all the elements, they also hid the lightning too. Did you see the lightning strike? It happened when they were at the park. Ember is obsessed with seeing the Vivisteria flower, and when Wade is falling in love with her, you notice that she unintentionally made the pattern of the flower from her little homemade hot air balloon, but Wade catches it, and part of what catches his eye for. Whoa. The basketball game that they are watching is also all fart themed. Crop dusters, windbreakers, toot toot juice, break some wind. This stinks. Thank you to the members for supporting the show, and if you want to keep Crazy Nate alive, share this video with a friend that you think will enjoy it. Or get yourself a bag of my crazy candy over at crazynate.com, and until we meet again, share a smile. They are contagious.